Hey everyone, and welcome. This is Energy Gal Holistic Wellness, and I am Lisa. So glad to have you here with me today. I want to share with you a little bit about what I am feeling energetically. I am an empath and an intuitive healer, and all my life I have felt things really deeply and down into my body. So I have felt the nudge by the universe, by spirit, by God, to start sharing the things that I'm feeling. God bless my husband. He's pretty much the only one I share things with. And so I thought, well, I'll get on every Monday or Tuesday of the week and I'll start sharing kind of what I'm feeling for the energies and what's happening. So that's my plan and I'm sticking to it. So here we go. Big energies this past weekend. We had that lunar eclipse in Taurus, big earth energies, big emotional energy, just big energies. So I look back during an eclipse, I look back about 6 months and I think, well, what was going on? What happened? And it happened to be, as I look back in my diary, though I didn't have to because the experience that I had was so profound, I remember it specifically as if it just happened yesterday. I'm going to share it with you. And it was profound indeed. So here we go. When I do my prayers, when I get into a time of intentional prayer, like I feel like I live in prayer all the time, I feel like I am a prayer. So, but when I get into a time of really focusing my intentions on welcoming in my different messengers and guides and angels and people whose energies I resonate with, Thich Nhat Hanh and poets and musicians and angels and Jesus and Holy Spirit and Mother Mary, Mother Teresa. So when I welcome them all into my space, I sense all of their frequencies coming towards me and gathering around me, and it's a great place for me to just settle in and meditate and breathe. So I've been doing that for years. Well, this particular morning, I was sitting by myself in my brother's condo in Florida, and I gathered all of my peeps, my praying peeps, and by that I just mean, I was by myself, but I was with all of my guides, I guess you could call them, and I sensed as I'm praying that they all kind of gathered in front of me. So that kind of, I was like, okay, I wonder what they're doing, wonder what's going on. They all gathered and they kind of molded and melted into each other until they formed this ball. It was like a white, pulsating, sparkly ball, very bright. And just as quick as anything, this ball whoosh, came right below my heart space and into my solar plexus. And with such force that as I'm sitting there on the stool, I was knocked back a little. And I just sat there for a moment and I thought, what the hell just happened? And so I sat there and I thought, okay, well, I'll just continue with my meditation. But things were different. I didn't necessarily feel everybody, all my guides' frequencies and notice and sense their vibes outside of me. I felt them inside of me. Like there was this entire world, this entire huge freaking galaxy that existed within me, is the best way that I can put it. And then this phrase came, Lisa, you've always known that you are a drop in the ocean. Now you know that you are the ocean in a drop. Well, I'd never heard that phrase before, and from what I gather, it is a famous phrase, and I don't know who the author is, but I certainly can't take credit for it. But I heard that and I thought, well, hot diggity dog, man, that's cool. I knew that everything that was out there was now in here. And all along when I was looking for answers, and I knew mentally, my answers don't come here. I knew that they came from this heart space. But I was still looking outside of me to find a way into my heart space. I was still reading all the books and listening to all the podcasts, and I still love to read books and listen to podcasts, but it's not for finding my way to me. It's because I love hearing what other people are saying. I'm not looking for an answer. It's like when that happened, I realized that my truest essence is here in me, and I am who I've been looking for all along. This ache, this needing to know, this needing to understand, it was only a symptom of me not being connected with my own self inside. And when all those messengers, guides, conglomerated, came into me, I felt like we all molded and melted into each other. And as much as I was looking to them, it's almost like they were looking to me. And now we are all together. And I used to always feel a presence over here when I would meditate, and I don't feel that anymore. I feel it bubbling up from within me. And I never feel lonely or alone. So that's what happened 6 months ago. So today I did a sound bath meditation. I led one, and I'll be posting it in a couple of days. So by the end of the sound bath meditation, a message came up, and it said something along the lines of, a door has been opened in your house. And I kind of likened that to our bodies, but not just our physical bodies, but us, our souls. And a door has been opened that was there all along, but we didn't see it. And now there are those of us who are ready to see that door. And then there are those of us who see the door and are ready to open it up and go through that door. And when we open up the door and we go through that door, we get a chance to discover an aspect of ourselves that has always been, but it was just not time yet. Like my friend Jackie says, things will be revealed when they're revealed, and not a second sooner. There's no forcing things. So I feel like from 6 months ago to what happened today is a culmination of me really allowing this this truth to calibrate within me. It was an experience I had that took that 6 months of linear time to calibrate. I feel like I have recalibrated to understanding an aspect of myself that's been there all along. I just wasn't, I'm not going to say I wasn't ready. It wasn't time for it to be revealed. And when it was revealed, now I have the opportunity to go see something that I'm excited and it's an adventure to be able to go experience it and see it. And so now what's going to be happening over the next 6 months? Well, I think a lot. Because if I'm experiencing this, I know there is a boatload of y'all who are also experiencing this. And I want you to comment below. I want you to share your stories. I want you to be part of this community that is learning and growing and experiencing things together. Waking up and remembering who we are as God Spark. And going, oh my goodness, this is so much fun. What do I think is going to be happening in the next 6 months? I think there have been a lot of seeds planted in very fertile soil. And I think a lot of us are like, come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. I want to see the tree. And I think that it is a time of allowing ourselves to slow down and just enjoy sitting on the grass, metaphorically or maybe real, watching the garden grow, watching the seeds that have been planted grow. I think it's a time for us to allow ourselves to be even further embodied. You see, we think that we're going to go somewhere to the fifth dimension. I don't think that that's the way that it is. I think that it's the first time that we're allowing the fifth dimension to become part. It's coming down, up. It is being integrated into our current frequencies. And that's why traumas are coming up. Not that traumas are bad, but they don't resonate with that fifth dimension, with those higher frequencies of unconditional love. And so to be embodied, to come down fully into our bodies, I think that that's what we're doing over the next 6 months. Really doing some good grounding. And what does it look to ground? A lot of sitting in the grass, a lot of walking in the woods, a lot of, if you're by some nice warm water, a lot of sitting by the ocean or a lake, putting your feet in the sand. You want to come up, Peaches? I got a little kitty cat. You want to come on up, Peach? You want to come up? Drinking good water, eating food that is as grown from Mother Earth as possible. It is going to be a deepening relationship with Mother Earth, a rooting and establishing your countenance, your being as all in your body. So we're going to slow things down. Things are going to be slowed down. There's going to be moments going into minutes, going into hours where we are just silent. That means we're not on our phones. We're not watching TV. We're not even talking with each other. We're doing the most intimate thing. We are sitting with each other, just quietly. Just quietly sitting with each other. Seeing the other one for the very first time. Just like we're starting to discover things about ourselves, we're going to start seeing things in other people that we're like, hot diggity dog, I didn't know that was there. And it's going to be uncomfortable for so many of us who are used to go, go, go. Everything is fast. Everything is a contest. Everything is categorized, organized. What's the word I'm looking for? Put into first, second, third. You know where everything is and what's going on and who's with what and how's this going with that. And I think that there are some things that they're going to be, the edges are going to be getting softer in some ways. The edges between us are going to be softer in some ways. We're going to be able to find ourselves in other people a lot more. And I think that in so doing, that is going to bring a lot of compassion for ourselves and for others. So what do I think is coming? I think a big slowing down. I think this is going to be uncomfortable for so many of us. It's going to cause panic and anxiety to rise up. So I think there's going to be a lot more done when it comes to grounding practices to help calm the nervous system, So it's going to be vibrational sound therapy. It's going to be guided meditations. It's going to be walks through the woods. It's going to be Epsom salt baths, soaking in the hot tub. I think that those with addictions, if they choose to stay and not become distracted or numb, they're going to find a lot of help with calming their nervous system when it comes to some of these organic ways of staying and working through the trauma that's bubbling up that you push down through numbing or distracting. So I think that's what's happening. And I think that we're all going to, in that way, start discovering that door, seeing the door that's been there all along, discovering it, remembering it's been there and saying, well, heck, I want in on the adventure, and courageously opening the door. So if you're still here with me, thank you so much. I get metaphorical and wax, poetically. So thank you for sticking with me. I appreciate your energies greatly. And it is my hope to create this space for the modern mystic to gather and to encourage each other. So if you found this helpful or encouraging, great, let me know. That encourages me. So, all right, my friends, take good care. If there's any way that I can be of assistance to you on your spiritual journey, on your awakening journey, on your healing trauma journey, on remembering the frickin' awesomeness that you are journey, click on any of the links below. In the meantime, I love you. Take care, everyone.